Hello everybody and welcome to this new series in which I take you through my journey towards RC. In case you followed, I have been doing some RC models in the past and you'll find them on the channel. But what I've been doing so far, I bought this like a year and a half ago. It's the small mini Mustang, the P51, I don't know if you can see it, maybe it's too close. And what I've been doing, I've been buying spare parts for it, so spare propellers and motors and DSCs and servos and everything. And I've been adapting Guillow's models and making other models using that same technology, even twin engine models. I have a Mosquito that has flown and I have a Wellington that hasn't flown yet. But basically I've been using that. And this is the controller that comes with it. So with, I would say, limited success, or some success actually. This flies kind of nicely and they have flown. Like, for what it is, it's not bad at all. I'm quite happy with it. Now the next step, what I wanted to do, I want to buy kind of bigger motors. These are brushed motors, what is in here, which are small, which is very suitable for this kind of size, but not much more. Like, if I want to do anything any bigger, then I need to go to the brushless motors. So then the question comes, how am I going to do the whole setup? And as much as there's information on the web about it, it's not easy. So what I decided to do, I decided to take the leap, and I've bought some equipment, and I'm going to be showing you gradually what I have, and then showing you how I try to make it all fit together, because I think that's a big challenge, and probably how I fail. So let's take it bit by bit. So I put away the P51 and that transmitter, and let's start with the transmitter. I started with the transmitter because the first thing I noticed is that one has to decide what kind of language one wants it to be. Is it a DS6 or is it a FlySky or whatever, FlySky or SkyFly or Futaba, whatever. There's so many on the market that it's difficult to tell what is the good one. So I went with the Radio Master, the TX16S. It was a recommendation from one of you, from Richard, I believe. I hope I understood that recommendation, because this is generic. This should let me bind these little models and the models they've already built, and it should also let me bind many of the, maybe not all, but many of the other standard ESCs that are in use. That's why I went for the Radio Master. This one, I ordered it. It was stored locally, so it came quite quickly. I have it already for some weeks as I've been buying other equipment, but it came quite quickly. So now I'm going to be opening it also with you. Before I do it, one thing I did do, I ordered batteries, because this takes 18650 batteries, so I also ordered batteries. But those batteries are probably somewhere in the South China Sea, waiting for something. So I ordered online here locally more batteries. First mistake I did, I ordered just one. I thought it was two, but I ordered one. So I got one of these. They are bigger than the normal batteries, the AA batteries, and this one on top of it says, danger, do not use out of battery pack. Fantastic. So these are the industrial little battery cells that I think go into electric cars even. But yeah, so I will use it, of course, if I get another one, but I didn't want to use this one and then get a single one that is different. So what I did then, I ordered locally two others, and these are the ones that I have. These are the same kind of denomination, 8800 milliamps, and it's all 3.7. This one, I know it's 3.7, I know it's that size, but it doesn't say anything on it about it, which is also, it's probably because it belongs inside another pack, right? So a bit of wasted money there. That's why I start to waste money. But I now got these two. I don't know how charged they are or not. Actually, I'm thinking I might take out the voltmeter and try to measure it. So here I have my voltmeter. Now all this electronics part, it's as interesting for me as complicated to understand. I really would like to understand it, but I really struggle with all these volts and milliamps and all these things. There's always the analogy with water, which I like, but I never managed to understand it. So I hope this is one of the points of doing these things, right? To learn something. So I know this one comes in here, and then the red one goes, I believe, in here. I hope this doesn't explode live. And then I'm going to try to measure the difference. I think it goes onto the DC, which I hope is this symbol. I'm going to put it somewhere there, kind of in the middle, and let's see how much, I don't know if you can see it, how much charge these batteries have out of the, not out of the box, it didn't come in a box, out of the envelope. they came in. So let's see if I can see something. I don't know if it matters if one goes, it'll just show negative, right? If I hope it doesn't explode. So connecting, let's see something. 4.1. I think that looks like fully charged, right? Like if I go, because there should be 3.7, 4.1, so that's fully charged. I do understand that 3.7 is kind of like the base voltage on it. Fully charged should be around that 4.1, maybe 4.2, and the lowest charge should not go under 3.3. I believe I heard on one of the YouTube videos, and this is 2.7. So maybe that's the first problem, that we have them, they're not charged the same. But anyhow, at least we know they do have some charge, but 2.7 is really low, right? If it should not go below 3.3. No idea. You'll tell me probably, or I'll figure it out. Let's see this one off that I got, if this has anything in it. A waste of time and no energy. Let's see, 3.4. So would it make sense to match up the ones that have the same load? I have no idea. I have no idea. So would it make sense to have these two that have the same load but they're different, I don't know the milliamp value or anything, or to keep, I think I'll stick to the ones that are the same like design, different charging but same design. So I'll probably stick with that. And then what I'll do as I put this away, I'm trying to be tidy and I struggle to be tidy. I'll probably go with the ones that are the same type. And one of the features that I hope the transmitter has is that it can charge the batteries, because I do not have a battery charger. The battery charger will come in another chapter, because it's like everything in this RC, it's a lot of fun, but it's expensive. And I mean, it's not that I don't have enough money for it, let's face it, I do have enough money for it, but I'd rather spend it on other things even, right? So maybe I need to prioritize my RC expenditure, but I prefer it to do it on other more expensive things like rail flying, but that's a story for maybe another day. So let's see, let's put the voltmeter away, so we know that there is some charge. And now I'm going to open this up in front of you, and I don't like damaging boxes because somehow I like keeping boxes. I even have boxes with other boxes in them, so I have boxes of boxes, which is borderline an OCD. But let's see. Oh, if I open this up, and let's see what I find inside. I should probably also look for some kind of instructions. I might have to do that still on how to do this all. But my aim out of this is first of all to be able to get this to work and be able to control the P51, and if I control this I can control in theory all the other models that I built and replace this one. This one will then become basically the backup, which is, why not, right? I could take the batteries out. Yeah, I would take the batteries out and store it and keep it as a backup, and then also use it for other models. So away, there goes the plastic, and let's see what's inside. Looks fancy. What did I say about keeping the box? So first feeling looks good, like there's a paper box, and here there's like a case for the whole thing. There's some instructions, even some stickers, which why not, right? Not that I don't think I'll use them, but on the other hand, why not? Radio Master, Radio Master, Radio Master. And this seems to be mostly for airplanes. I'm not into radio control cars and vehicles yet. I think at some point I will get there. Instructions, I should probably read this, some of the guidance and things like that. It's got a configuration that has to go there. I should probably read this before going on, right? And then it's in, okay, so it's not so much, just a couple of pages, because then it's in other languages. So maybe I might stop it and read it. I used to be the kind of person that I figure it out along the way and only then read the instructions. As age comes along, I tend to read the instructions more often. I don't know how it's with you. But let's open it up and see what it looks and feels like. And good feel, the box feels good. This is the real deal. Like if I compare it with this, which is what I'm used to, which is the toy controller, it's significantly bigger. It does look much more polished. This is dirty also, but looks fancy. It looks really fancy. And it's got even a hook here to hold it somehow. I have to get a string or something to hold it. Maybe it's here. There's a screen here. That's probably a screen for like a protective sheet for this, which is interesting, kind of like a phone. There's a USB cable for charging, and it's got this kind of slot. I think I have some other device with this. I think my wife's phone is also this, so it's one of the USB types. It's got a keychain. That's kind of neat. Like I didn't expect that, but it's kind of neat, kind of doing the the marketing. And then it's got here like a set of springs. That's probably for the gimbals here, and some screws. So I hope not to need them. But these springs look very interesting. But that's another project. I'm thinking of doing like multi-powered, rubber-powered aeroplanes, and the designer on one of them uses springs, but that's another story. We are talking about RC, not rubber-powered. So I put the box away, and then let's see if I find a way of putting the batteries in, and it should have a hole or something for charging, right? So there's this little thing at the bottom. Yeah, here it's going to be, there's an SD card slot, and there's actually an SD card in it. Who would say? But it's a 256 megabytes, so it's a very small mini SD card. Maybe that's probably to store the configuration of the planes. I don't think I need many. And then it's got a lot of other slots here. I don't know what they're for. One of them will be, I don't know if you can see it, will be for the charging, I hope, because I do not have a charger for those batteries. And yeah, it kind of feels very professional. Then 10A here goes up and down. There's another set of ports. There's another charger here, a USB. So what is the difference? No, this is not USB at the bottom. It's called charger. Okay, so this will be the charging one, I assume. I'm going to read the instruction before I blow this up. And this will be maybe to connect to another one, maybe for trainers or something like that, and DSC, I don't know what that is. And then a lot of different buttons. I think it's 6 channels, which I'm thinking I need a minimum of 4. At my level, I don't think I'll ever get much beyond 6, because 4 is what I would use, maybe eventually landing gear and flaps. That would be kind of the dream, but I don't think I'll get to that. And then a lot of different buttons. It does look nice and stiff, right? So yeah, and it's a mode, I think it's a mode 2. I wanted that where we have the throttle on the left, you see it on the other side, and then ailerons and the elevator would be on the right, and rudder would also be on the left, right, if I'm using those 4 channels. And then a lot of levers here, a lot of other channels, which I have no idea what they are. I think these will be trim probably. Like don't watch this to see how you use this. What the other videos I'm sure about this. But the hold is quite good. More levers here, more levers. This it's getting complicated. Bearing in mind that I come from this where it's actually very, very simple. But if I compare the feel, this is for sure much nicer. This is okay, like I'm fine with it. But this, we're on beginner. Where's beginner? Beginner there. This is very nice. Like the feel is very nice. Some buttons, a scroll wheel, I think is for the screen, and looks nice. But important, what I wanted to do now is to check the batteries that go in. This, I don't know what it is. Maybe that's for a battery pack that goes with these pins, so probably not for me. I hope there's something else. And this, and here is the battery holder for maybe these. Would these fit? Yes, these would fit in here. So, warning, charge 2 times 3.7 Leon or 2S 7.4 lipo only. Do not charge 6.6 or 3.6. 3.7. It wants 3.7, these are 3.7. So I think I'm safe on that. And here also warning, ensure 18650 cells are installed in the correct polarity. Yes, important, yes. So they look the same as the normal AA batteries, but they're significantly chunkier. I'll show you. I mean, you probably know all this, right? But these are the AA, not the AAA, the AA, and these are the 18650. So it's like twice the size, like involved, like not in height, but they're significantly beefier. These I'm going to say. And how did they go? Other way around. Let me not bore you too much. So I don't know if I dare put it in and check it, or if I should read the instructions. Let me read the instructions. Let me play it safe. I'm playing with so much money. I don't want it to go up in blue smoke. So I'm back. Another thing noticing that I've been ranting on for over 10 minutes. The instructions are quite clear. Like there are no instructions, just precautions. I need to find the bind button. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to put the batteries in. Is there an on and off button? Power button. That'll be the power button. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to put in the batteries with the right polarity. And now I have to plug this in here. How does this go? Okay, I think I know. I'm not used to these jacks. That's also going to be probably a whole headache. I'm going to put it in like that I don't stretch the connection too much. And slip on the cover. Like it's also a nice fit. It's got here some foam, probably to prevent the battery pack from moving around. I always respect when people put ideas and thoughts in place, and people have thought about this. I don't know who it was, but they have thought about it. So the battery is there. What I'm going to need is a battery for the airplane. Hold on. I have here a box of chocolates with a DC3 on it. I want to build a DC3 big. I want to have a DC3. I want not have it, maybe fly. And I take out my box of goodies, and I think all these batteries are somehow charged. So I decided at some point to put my batteries in a metal case because of all the information about them being able to explode and catch fire. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it on. And then what should I turn on actually first? The airplane or the transmitter? Let's turn it on and see if we got power first thing. Power. This went up on red. I hold it and...
Welcome to OpenTX.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Transmitter battery low.
Transmitter battery low, so I need to charge it. How do I...
Transmitter battery low.
Yeah, batteries are going to die probably. I'm going to put it on model, and I don't know what to do with the menu. Like the battery will probably die on me, and I don't know what to do with the
Transmitter battery low.
How do I go into the menu? Tele.
Transmitter battery low.
RTN. System. Crossfire configure DSM.
Transmitter battery low.
Spectrum. Multi-channel namer.
Transmitter battery low.
I have no idea what to do to set it up.
Transmitter battery low.
It's got like different, like Sky and things like that, and Graupner multi-chan name.
Transmitter battery low.
This is saying go for multi, but what multi? Multi-chan or multi-lolly? Maybe multi-chan name.
Transmitter battery low.
The wheel, okay, you push it there. Internal multi detected, protocol, whatever. I don't know. Enter save.
Transmitter battery low.
Setting channel names done. I have no idea. Return maybe.
Transmitter battery low.
Is there a volume button? So I'm going to try to connect the aeroplane. Let's see if it detects something.
Transmitter battery low.
If I connect it. Okay.
Transmitter battery low.
So where is the bind button? Is there a bind button? I haven't found the bind button.
Transmitter battery low.
You know what? I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to charge it.
Low.
And I'm going to watch some videos. So I'll post this one and I won't let you know if it works or not because I don't know if it will work or not. In any case, thank you everybody for following along on this disaster in the making. And I'll be very happy to hear your comments and your recommendations. Thank you everybody. See you next time.
Transmitter battery low.